subscribe the channel and press the bell icon.
Students, how are you all? I hope all of you are fine, doing great at your homes. So students, I was explaining you the topic profit and loss under the chapter applications of 4 operations. So now students, I am going to explain you the rest of the questions from the previous exercise, that is exercise 7C. We have solved 3 questions from this exercise. 2 more questions are remaining, so I am going to solve those questions. After that, I will be introducing you the concept of average. What is average? I will be explaining you that. So students, exercise 7C, question number D. Parth bought bike for rupees 42,000. He spent rupees 1,800 on repairing some of its parts. Later, he sold it for rupees 41,000. How much profit or loss did he make? It is the same question as we did option number C. So that is all same. So in order to obtain the total cost price, first of all, cost price of bike is rupees 42,000. Now the overhead expenses on the bike are, because he has spent some money on the repairing of the bike. So overhead expenses equals to rupees 1,800. This is overhead expenses. Now the total cost price of bike will be rupees 42,000 plus rupees 1,800, right? So the overhead expenses will be 43,800 rupees. What it will be? It will be 43,800 rupees. Now we have to check that whether there is a loss or a profit. So as you all can see that, what is the selling price of the bike? It is rupees 41,000. So it is very clear the cost price is greater than the selling price. That means there is a loss on this sale of the bike. So you will write like this: since the selling price is greater than the cost price, there is loss. And what is the formula for loss, students? You can comment down in the comment section if you know the answer. The formula is selling price minus cost price. Loss is equals to SP minus CP. That is, SP is not greater than cost price. I have done some mistakes. Sorry for the mistake, students. The CP is greater than the SP. That is why there is a loss. Okay. CP is greater than SP. That is why there is a loss. When SP is greater than CP, then there is profit. Sorry for the mistake, students. So here the cost price is greater than the selling price. To find out loss, cost price minus selling price. So 43,800 minus 41,000. Okay, students. So now once you will subtract, here it will be 800. And then 3 minus 1 is 2. So the loss is of rupees 2,800. Okay. Parth has bared a loss of rupees 2,800 on selling that bike. Okay, students, I hope you must have understood this question. Now let's move on to the next question of this exercise, which is the last question, that is E option. Rohit bought goods worth rupees 1,300. He sold them to make a profit of rupees 250. What was the selling price? Okay, students, he has made a profit of rupees 250 and he has purchased the goods at rupees 1,300. What was the selling price? Since there is a profit, how will you obtain the selling price? If you know the formula, then you can comment down in the comment section, students. Why do I ask you to write the formula again and again? So that you remember it and you do not commit any mistakes during exams. So cost price of goods is equals to, it is worth rupees 1300. Profit, what is the profit? Profit is rupees 350, not 350, it is 250. Now what will be the selling price? Selling price of goods will be CP plus profit, that is rupees 1300 plus rupees 250. So now it will be 1550. This is the selling price of the goods. So I hope you must have understood this question also. Now students, I am going to explain you a new topic, that is average. What is average according to you in English? What do you understand by the term average? If something comes in your mind after listening to this word, you can express your views in the comment section. Yes, average of a certain number of values or quantities indicate the equal distribution of that quantity which would have been. That means, for example, in a class, if there are total 15 students, how many students are there? If there are 15 students and one student has scored 25, one has scored 15, one has scored 10, one has scored 12, one has 24, and one, like this 15 students have scored different marks. So in order to find out the average score of the class, average score means in order to find out the equal distribution of the scores, what we will do? We will do what? Sum of all the scores upon number of students. And what is the formula? We can call it like this: sum of observations upon number of observations. Number of observations, sum means you have to add all the observations, means all the numbers or all the values which are given in the question. And number of observations means you have to count how many values are given to you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Like this you have to count. So this is the formula for average. Sum of observations upon number of observations. Okay students? And this is the formula for average, and from this formula you can obtain two different formula. Let me explain you how. Okay? Average is equals to sum of observations upon number of observations. Okay? Now, if in a question average is already given to you and you know, for example, a question is given to you like that, the average score of a class is 15 for 16 students. So what is the total score of the whole class? That means total means sum or total, both are same. So in case average is given to you, number of observations is also given to you, then you can easily find out sum of observations. How? It will be average multiplied by number of observations. Because this is in divide, once it will go on the left hand side, it will be in multiplication. So average multiplied by number of observations is equals to sum of observations. Now one more formula can be taken out from this same formula. If you want to find out the number of observations, how will you find out? The number of observations will be find out, since it is in multiplication, average is in multiplication with number of observations. So if you want to find out the total number of observations, आपको एवरेज दिया है, सम ऑफ ऑब्जर्वेशंस दिया है, यू डोंट नो व्हाट इज द नंबर ऑफ ऑब्जर्वेशंस, तो ये यहाँ पे इसके साथ क्या है, इट इज इन मल्टीप्लिकेशन. वंस इट विल गो ऑन द राइट हैंड साइड, इट विल बी इन डिवाइड. सो वन मोर फॉर्मूला फ्रॉम दिस, नंबर ऑफ ऑब्जर्वेशंस is equals to sum of observations, I am not writing observations completely, upon average. Okay, this is the formula. So in total we have obtained how many formulas? three formulas. One was the main formula, and from that main formula we have obtained two more formulas, like we did in case of profit, loss and discount, right? Now I will be explaining you some questions that are based on average. It is very easy. Okay. I will be explaining some examples. For example, you have to find out the average of 2, 3 and 4. So first of all, what is the formula for average? You can comment down in the comment section. Sum of observations upon number of observations. So how many observations are there? 2 plus 3 plus 4, right? Sum of observations, 1, 2, 3. In total 3 operations are there. Now 2 plus 3 is 5 and 5 plus 4 is 9. So 9 upon 3. 3 ones are, 3 threes are. So average of 2, 3 and 4 is 3. Okay students? In the same way, we can obtain average of different numbers. For example, you want to obtain the average of 11, 12 and 13. So 11 plus 12 plus 13 upon 3, because 1, 2, 3. Now 11 plus 12 plus 13 is 36 upon 3. 3 ones are, 3 12s are. So the average is 12. Okay students. Now I will be explaining you the average of a fraction, and I will be providing you a trick also to solve the questions of average. Okay. So I will be doing it in the next video. Till then, stay happy, stay safe, stay healthy, and if there are any confusions, you can comment down in the comment section. Bye bye. Take care.